So now we will see what is the different types of the or classifications of the sequential logic circuit. Remember that what is the meaning of sequential logic circuit means sequential logic circuit also combinational logic circuit. We may have the one input or multiple inputs, then we will be having the output values. So along with this, if we can able to store this output value nothing but memory operation, then it is called as the sequential logic circuit, right? Now here again we have the two classifications of the sequential logic circuit. One is said to be synchronous sequential logic circuit, another one is said to be asynchronous sequential logic circuit, right? So here why we have the two classification means, right, if you observe, so here we will be having the memory operation, right? So based on how we are using the memory operation, right, so how we are utilizing or using the memory operation, based on that we have the two circuits. One is called as the synchronous sequential circuit, another one is called as the asynchronous sequential circuit. Or one more way is that based on how we are applying the clock signal value, right? So clock signal is nothing but the control value, something like this. It will be look like clock signal. It means that if first value is 0, next value is 1, then 0 1 0. Or one more possibility is that we will be having the something like this. It means that first value is 1 0 1 0 1. So high value we called as the 1, low value we called as the 0. Ante logic 1, logic 0. It means that when clock is activated, what is the meaning of this one means, when here if you see that clock value equal to 1, right, it means that when clock equal to 1, based on the input value which we are going to giving, we will be getting the output value. When clock equal to 0, you will be not getting the any output value, right? So it means that based on the clock or control signal, if it is 1, then only based on the input you will be getting the output value. If clock signal equal to 0, you will be not getting the any output, or you will be getting the previous output value, right? Now we'll see that what is the difference between synchronous sequential circuit as well as the asynchronous sequential circuit, right? So first we will see the what is the operation of asynchronous sequential circuit. The other name for the asynchronous sequential circuits are the unclocked sequential circuit, or we can call as the non-synchronous sequential logic circuit, right? Now if we see that what is the definition of asynchronous sequential circuit means, in asynchronous sequential circuit, the changes in the input signal that can affect the memory element at any instant of the time period. We will see what is the meaning of the changes in the input signal and how it can affect the memory element at any instant of the time period, right? Suppose if you see this diagram, let it be I will be having the something like this. We will be having the combinational logic circuit. So for understanding purpose, we will consider the traffic signal scenario. Just for understanding purpose, I am going to consider the traffic signal, right? So let it be for the first time we are giving the input. Let it be I am going to pass the green as the input value, right? So let it be this combinational logic circuit. Let us you try to understand that whatever the input we are giving, the same will be generated as the output. Just for example, so what is the current output value we are getting? Green is the current output value. Now what I am going to do, right? So asynchronous sequential logic circuit also, what we call it is called as the synchronous sequential circuit only, right? It means that we will be having the memory element. So but here the memory element or storage operation we are calling in terms of the delay operation. So delay operation or memory element operation meaning is the same, right? Here you just consider, so delay is nothing but in terms of the memory element operation, right? So delay also will hold the value for some amount of the time period, right? So whenever it is required, we are giving this as the, right, so input value. Now see that what is the first output we have generated. So output is generated is the input we have given is the green, so that output also it is generated the green, so which is going to stored in the delay element or memory element, right? So suppose for example, let us say, right, the delay of this circuit is memory element operation is, it can hold the value for 60 seconds time period. Now what is the current output in the delay element? So green is the current output in the delay element or memory operation, right? Now see here, so this will be stored in the 60 seconds. After 60 seconds, what will be happen means, whatever the stored output nothing but green, so that will go to the input value, right? So that will go to the input value. So again you will be getting the output as the something green. So meanwhile, so how much time it is going to hold the value? It is going to hold the value for 60 seconds, right? Meanwhile what I am going to do is, I am going to pass the red signal, right? So the moment it is passing the red signal, you will be getting the red as the output value, right? So red signal will be your output value, right? So once after 60 seconds is completed, what will be happen means, this value will be passed to the input. So I'm not going to give any external input here onwards, right? So after 60 seconds is completed, this green will go to the input so that it will produce the output as the green. Now what is the previous output value? Red, right? So red will be stored in terms of the delay element, right? So now what is the output here? Red. So how much time it will hold? It will hold for the 60 seconds. Once 60 seconds is completed, again it will go to input, then you will be getting the output value, right? So see that first time we are getting the red, then green, again red, again green. So like that it will be completed in asynchronous fashion, right? So asynchronous fashion. So see that what is the meaning of this one is, right? So here also we will be having the combinational logic circuit only. We may have the one input or multiple input. We will be having the output, but here output is in terms of the delay element, right? So the delay we can call as the memory element also. This is what we called as the asynchronous sequential circuit. Why it is called as the asynchronous sequential logic circuit means, suppose for example you consider we will be having the AND gate operation, right? So I'm going to give the input value, let it be A value, B value, something 1 1. So what is the output we are getting here? 1, right? So that we are going to store into the delay element, right? So let it be delay is the 60 seconds. What is the current output value is 1, right? That whenever is required we are calling this input to the, right? So this memory element we are calling to the input, right? Now what will be happen? Let us say, so how much time it will hold the value? Up to 60 seconds. After 60 seconds, what will be happen? This output, whatever the value stored here 1, that will come to the input value, right? Now meanwhile at the 60 second at the input, it is going to give input as the 1. Now at the same time at the 60 seconds, what you have to do means we need to pass the input value. So that what is the input value again become 0 1 1, so that it will produce some output. To try to understand here logic, at the 60th seconds you are not passing the input value, right? So then what will be happen? So it will not wait for anyone. So once 60 seconds is completed, the value will be come to the third terminal value. If you are passing this value or not, directly it will give some output, that is that whatever the output it is generating, it is not valid output. So why it is not valid output means, so here we require the 3 input terminal. At the 60th seconds we are not giving any external inputs, but automatically once 60 seconds is completed, this is taking the value. It means that we are getting the error output. So that is why it is called as the asynchronous sequential circuit. It means that there is no proper mechanism between the, right? So delay element as well as the input value. So input as well as the delay element, if we don't have the proper coordination, then we called as the asynchronous sequential circuit. If suppose if you are giving the input value at the 70 seconds, if delay is 60 seconds, so it will not wait for you up to 70 seconds. So once 60 seconds is completed, it will give input. It means that the coordination should be there, as well as the input as well as the output, then only it will work as the perfect circuit, right? It means that there is no synchronization between input to the output, no sync between input to the output, then these kind of circuits are called as the asynchronous sequential circuit. But if you observe here, asynchronous sequential circuits are the very fast. Why very fast means, it will not wait for anyone. Once time delay is completed, automatically it will change the state from one state to the another state. We will see some example how asynchronous sequential circuits are very faster, and how, what is the limitation of asynchronous sequential circuit. Then we will go back to the what is the importance of the synchronous sequential circuit, right? Now first we will see the what is the definition, right? So same I'm going to consider the same example. Let it be delay element, this one. So these are my external input value, this is the value which we are calling from the memory element or delay element. See that what is the definition? The changes in the input signal, nothing but this external input, the changes in the input signal that can affect the memory element at any instant of the time period. It means that once if you are giving the input value at the 60 seconds or not, automatically it will take the value from the delay element or memory element. That is why it is called as the asynchronous sequential circuit. It never wait for your input. The moment once its delay element is completed, automatically it will given to the input value. It is something like loop process or chain process, right? So this is what we called as the asynchronous sequential circuit, right? So the changes in the input signal will affect the memory element, right, at any instant of the time period. It means that for suppose if we see this scenario, right, for every 60 seconds we are getting the red, then green, then red, green. So throughout of the day or throughout of the year, the process will be goes on, right? The process will be goes on. So we can call it as the loop process, or it can called as the chain process. It means that we don't have the any control, right? Now for example, if you say some VIP is going on in that particular traffic light signal, so some CM whoever is going, now what is my requirement is that, so what is the default timeout for the red signal to turn green or green signal turn to red is 60 seconds. Now my requirement is that CM is coming on this way, so that I need to make the red signal not instead of the 60 second, I need to hold it for the, let it be 5 minutes time, right? Now see that what will be happen, what is the time delay we have set here, 60 seconds. So what will be happen, automatically 160 seconds is completed, automatically it will change from the one state to another state. Now what is required means, right, if you want to do internally, if you want to control this 60 seconds to some other time period, now here we have the control mechanism, right? So if you have the control mechanism, then what we can able to do is whenever we require, right, so then only we can call this value into the input function. If we don't require, then we are not taking, only we are taking the input value, right? Now what is the limitation is that it is not waiting for the, if you are giving the input or if you are not giving the input, once time delay is completed, automatically it is going here. It means that we have the no control over the circuit operation. So for that what we have to do is, if you want to make the control on the delay element or memory element, here we have the control is implemented. So that control we are called as the clock signal. So clock signal means if it is 1, so then it will go to the input value. If clock signal equal to 0, then it will be here only, it will not go to the input functionality, right? So we will see one example, then you will be understanding, right, what is the difference between combinational as well as the sequential, then asynchronous to synchronous sequential logic circuits. Now if you watch this video, you can understand. So this is a automatic chapati or roti making machine. So see that it is the first step. So we are giving the input something, it is making the chapati, right? So next time we will see what is happening here, right? After some period of the time, if you observe here, right, so next time what is happening here is that, so it is making the dough, so it is preparing. So once it is done, see that we are getting the chapati, right? So for example, we will wait for the some time. Now see that it is making one more chapati. Now here internal time is completed. I told that asynchronous means there is no coordination between one to another, right? So because of this one, so here if you see that instead of getting the one proper operation, we are getting the two chapatis at a time. It means that in synchronous sequential circuits are very faster, but time coordination should be matched, right? If it does not matches, then you will be getting something like this, right? So asynchronous sequential circuits are very faster compared to the synchronous sequential circuit, but the limitation is that, right, so timing coordination between input and memory element is the important point. Now we see, as we did that, that is a operation of the asynchronous sequential circuit. Now we'll see that what is the operation of the synchronous sequential circuit, right? So if you observe this definition, the changes in the input signal that can affect the memory element depends upon the activation of the clock pulse. So what is the meaning of this one, right? So as we discussed, we will be having the combinational logic circuit, right? It may be one input or multiple input. This output we are going to store into where? Memory element, right? So whenever we require this one, we are calling into the input, so that we will be getting the next output value, right? So in earlier asynchronous means how much time delay we are giving, some time delay we are giving, that is nothing but the 60 seconds. Once 60 seconds is completed, it will not wait for you, right? Whether you are giving input value, whether you are not giving input value, automatically this value will go to here, so that again it will produce the incorrect output. Why incorrect output means the coordination should be between input as well as the output should be there. At this point of time, you are not giving the input, but it is automatically after 60 seconds it is getting, so that you are getting the output value. So for that what I am going now, requirement is that the moment if I pass this input value, then only if I take this value, then what will be happen, you will be having the synchronization between input as well as the memory element value, right? So that you will be getting the proper output value, right? So for that reason, here we should have some control over the memory element. That control over the memory element can be performed by the clock signal. It means when clock signal equal to 1, so we are giving input 1, right? So at the same time we are activating the clock signal to 1, so that whatever the value stored into the memory element will go to here. At the same time input will be taken, it will be getting the output value, right? So in some cases you don't require the memory element, then you deactivate the clock signal, so that only input will be passed as the output value. But here if you observe here, this is the much slower than compared to the asynchronous sequential logic circuit. Why means, so first we need to check whether we gave the input or not, then again we need to activate the clock signal, then only memory element will come to here, so that we will be getting the output value, right? But in case of asynchronous sequential circuit, it will not wait for our input value, it will not affect the any memory element. One time delay is completed, the process will be run automatically. That's why asynchronous sequential circuits are much faster than the synchronous sequential circuit. But only the limitation is that if coordination misses, then everything will be fail. Wherein synchronous sequential circuit, everything will be performed in coordination, input as well as the memory element. So synchronous circuit will not never fail, right? But it is a slower operation, right? So asynchronous sequential circuits are the faster operation, right? Because here we don't have any control over the memory element. Now what we'll do is we'll see the differences between, right? So asynchronous sequential circuit as well as the synchronous sequential circuit, right? So in synchronous sequential circuit, right, so memory elements are the clocked flip-flop. So what is the meaning of this one? So their memory element we are controlling it what? Clock signal, right? If it is 1, then only we are taking this value. If it is 0, we are not taking this value, right? So this is what the clocked flip-flops, right? So in asynchronous sequential circuit, memory elements are what? We are considering the time delays, right? So unclocked, or it may be time delays. 160 seconds is completed, automatically it is giving to the input value, right? This is the one difference, right? So then as we discussed in the definition, the second point is the definition. In asynchronous circuit, the changes in the input signal can affect the memory element, right, upon activation of the clock pulse. Based on this clock pulse only, it is going to take the memory value. Here it will not take, right? At any instant of the time period, whatever the time delay you fixed it, based on that it will automatically go to the input functionality, right? See, so here the speed of the operation will be high. The reason is that, sorry, here the speed of the operation will be low because it is the memory element operation. So synchronous between one input value to the another input value. So here there is no synchronization operation, means which are much faster than the synchronous sequential circuit. But if you see that, if you want to make the coordination between input, output, time delays, everything, that is very complex, right? So that's the reason why the designing of the asynchronous sequential circuits are more difficult to design, but it will perform the faster operation. Why it is more difficult means we need to coordinate with the input as well as the memory element in terms of the delay. So everything should be in the same time period, everything should be automatically done. If it is not, then what will be happen? Instead of getting the one output, we will be getting the another output value. Now this one easy to design. Why easy to design means we have the proper coordination between the input as well as the memory element. Everything we are checking each time whether it is giving the proper or not. So then only we are going to proceeding, right? So that's why synchronous is easier to design, asynchronous are more difficult to design, but these are the faster, right? In real time asynchronous sequential circuits are much preferable, but these are the easy to design, but these are the slower operation, right? So these are the differences between synchronous sequential circuit as well as the asynchronous sequential circuit. But one basic point you have to remember this, both will be having the storage capability, but here in terms of the delays, here in terms of the clocked flip-flops, nothing but we will be having the control signal based on the clock signal or clock pulse value, right? I hope you understand. So if you understand this one, then you will be understanding the next concept is the latch as well as the flip-flop operation. Thank you.